Most people believe money is about hard work, luck, or how much you earn every month, but that belief is exactly what keeps them stuck. Two people can earn the same income, live in the same city, and have the same opportunities. Yet one slowly builds wealth while the other stays trapped in financial stress year after year. That difference is not intelligence, talent, or background. It's the way they think about money. Rich people don't chase money emotionally, they don't fear it, and they don't worship it either. They understand something most people never learn. Money responds to mindset before it responds to effort. And the way you see money determines whether it grows in your hands or disappears from them. Rich people don't have a secret bank account or hidden shortcut that others don't. What they have is a completely different relationship with money. To them, money is not security, not status, and not something to impress others with. It is a tool, a system, and a multiplier of decisions. While most people ask, how much do I make? Wealthy people ask, how does my money think and move? In this video, you're going to learn how rich people actually think about money, how they make decisions differently, and why their mindset allows them to attract opportunities others can't even see. This isn't about getting rich overnight, and it's not about fantasy. It's about understanding the mental framework that turns income into wealth and effort into freedom, and once you understand it, you can start applying it immediately. Rich people think about money in terms of ownership, not salary, and the single shift changes everything. Most people measure success by how much they earn per month, waiting for the next paycheck as proof they're doing well. Wealthy people don't think that way. They understand that income is temporary, but ownership is permanent. A salary stops the moment you stop working, but ownership keeps paying long after the effort is done. That's why rich people focus on building assets, businesses, investments, skills, systems, and ideas that generate value repeatedly. They ask themselves one powerful question over and over again: what do I own that pays me even when I'm not present? This mindset pushes them to think beyond jobs and titles and toward leverage. They don't reject hard work, but they demand that hard work leads to something that lasts. Over time, ownership creates freedom because it disconnects survival from daily labor. The moment you stop seeing money as something you earn only by time and start seeing it as something you build through value, you step into the mindset of wealth. Rich people also see money as a tool, not as emotional security. For most people, money is tied to fear of losing it, fear of not having enough, fear of the future. Wealthy people train themselves to remove emotion from money decisions. They don't panic when money moves, and they don't cling to it just to feel safe. To them, money is meant to flow, to be placed where it can grow, multiply, and return with more power. They constantly ask, what job can this money do for me? Instead of letting money sit idle, they use it to buy opportunities, invest in systems, and solve problems. They understand that money locked away out of fear slowly loses value, while money used intelligently gains momentum. This doesn't mean reckless spending. It means strategic movement. When you stop seeing money as something to protect and start seeing it as something to deploy wisely, your financial decisions become clearer, calmer, and far more effective. Another major difference is that rich people think long-term, while most people are trapped in short-term thinking. Average thinking is focused on immediate comfort: what feels good today, what's easy right now, what delivers quick pleasure. Wealthy thinking is built around delayed gratification. Rich people are willing to endure discomfort today to secure freedom tomorrow. They think in years and decades, not weeks and months. They understand compounding, not just in money, but in habits, skills, and decisions. One small, smart decision repeated consistently can outperform years of impulsive choices. While others ask, what can I afford now? Rich people ask, what will this cost me in the long run? This long-term mindset protects them from emotional spending and impulsive moves. They don't rush success. They design it. When you train your mind to value future freedom over present pleasure, you naturally begin making decisions that align with wealth. Rich people also prioritize buying time over buying things. Most people spend money to look successful, to impress others, or to temporarily escape stress. Wealthy people spend money to reclaim their time and energy. They understand that time is the one resource that can't be replaced, so they guard it fiercely. Instead of doing everything themselves, they outsource, automate, and delegate whenever possible. They invest in tools, systems, and people that free them from repetitive tasks. To them, luxury is not expensive items, it's control over their schedule. They ask, does this purchase give me more freedom or more responsibility? This mindset keeps them focused on leverage rather than appearance. When you stop spending to impress and start spending to free yourself, your life begins to feel lighter, calmer, and more intentional. Wealth grows faster when your time is protected because clear thinking requires space. Finally, rich people invest in knowledge before they invest in anything else. Most people stop learning once formal education ends, assuming they already know enough. Wealthy people never stop learning because they understand that every new skill increases their earning power. They read, observe, experiment, and seek mentors who are ahead of them. They see mistakes not as failures but as tuition paid for real-world education. Knowledge reduces risk, sharpens judgment, and reveals opportunities others overlook. That's why rich people are willing to spend money on books, courses, coaching, and experiences that expand their perspective. They know that money can be lost and regained, but ignorance is far more expensive. When you commit to continuous learning, you upgrade the way you think, and when your thinking improves, your financial results follow naturally. At the end of the day, money is not the goal, freedom is. Rich people understand that wealth is simply the result of disciplined thinking repeated over time. They don't see money as something to chase, fear, or show off. They see it as a reflection of how well they think, plan, and decide. The moment you shift your mindset from earning to owning, from fear to strategy, from short-term comfort to long-term vision, everything begins to change. You don't need permission, luck, or a perfect starting point to think this way. You only need awareness and the willingness to choose differently. What truly separates rich thinking from average thinking is consistency. Anyone can think smart for a day, but wealthy people commit to these principles for years. They understand that small, intelligent decisions compound into extraordinary results when given enough time. If you apply even one of these ways of thinking just one and practice it daily, your relationship with money will begin to shift. And when your relationship with money changes, your actions change, your habits change, and eventually, your results change too. So don't wait for more money to start thinking like the rich. Start thinking like the rich, and money will eventually follow. Because wealth is built first in the mind, long before it ever shows up in your bank account.